Herkese merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Bugün şahane, çok güzel bir misafirim var. Bali'nin emlak piyasasını merak edenler için artık nihayet o videoyu hazırladık. Tuttum kolundan, çekiştirdim, güzel hatunumun vaktinden çaldım. Yalnız biraz Türkçe konusunda zorlanabileceğiz. Ben ama sormak istediğiniz bütün soruları böyle güzelce de not ettim. Bakalım buranın güzelleri, hem de Türkiye'yi bilen güzelleri neler yapıyor? Arkadaşımızı tanıyalım. İsmi Ayşe. Ayşe'cim hoş geldin.
Hoş bulduk.
Ya seni yerim. Vallahi bak Türkçeyi benden güzel konuşuyor. Çaktırmıyor ama iyi. Sen nasılsın?
İyiyim, teşekkürler.
Şimdi sana ilk sormak istediğim soru şu. Seni tanımak isteyenler için biraz kendinden bahseder misin? Bali'de ne yapıyorsun? Ne kadar zamandır buradasın? Burada ne bileyim ev aldın mı falan?
Basically, originally I'm from Russia, a place called Dagestan, it's south part of Russia. And I've been living in like 3 different countries. I traveled like in 15 countries all over. Yes, and I've been working as a real estate in 3 different countries, which is India, Turkey, specifically in Istanbul, and now Bali. So I can literally like compare and tell you what is the difference between Balinese real estate, Turkish real estate, and Indian real estate.
5-6 yıldan fazla. Okay. 5-6 yıldan fazladır. Hindistan, Türkiye is like in Turkey, is it Istanbul based or like
mostly
different?
Istanbul. Alanya also, but I haven't really sold anything in Alanya. Mostly like I was based in Istanbul, but we had a
So, like, what is the difference between, especially I want to mention about like Istanbul, because I know Istanbul's like system, like how do you say, like the house and the prices and stuff. Now they are getting crazy.
Out of the
crazy. Yes. So, like, what are the difference? Like,
I'm just comparing SMU houses with the villa here, which you can buy literally for the same price.
I'm
for
thinking.
example, let's say. Starting from $150,000, yes, you can buy a villa here with a pool, with your own piece of land, with maybe 1, 2, or 3 rooms, depends on which area, and that can be like in the middle of one of the best areas. Or you can buy 1+1 in Esenyurt or maybe Bacılar or something.
Ne diyor? Bunu Türkçe söylemem lazım. Şimdi İstanbul'da, Esenyurt'ta, Bağcılar'da böyle 1+1 alınan evler var ya 4 milyon TL'ye falan. Burada bütçesi $150.000. Euro or dollars?
Dollars.
$150.000. $150.000 demek 3 milyon demek. 3 milyona alabileceğiniz İstanbul'daki evleri artık bilemiyorum. Yani hani oh my god. Ya 1+1 evi alıyorsunuz. Burada bahsettiği evler havuzu olan, işte 2+1, 3+1 kendi işte müstakil bahçesi olan falan filan villalar $150.000'mış. Kaç para yapıyor? 3 milyon lira yapıyor. Varsa paranızı almayın arkadaş. Alma.
But of course, it's a very starting. You can buy for even cheaper, but that's not something to live in it. You know, something more for investment. Yeah.
What do you mean by
it's
starting?
very starting price. In a sense, it's like the minimum. Okay, let's say price range.
So 1 bedroom.
Up to.
Like, is this 1 bedroom means like studio house or like
It can be 1+1.
Ah.
It can be 1+1 also.
Nerede bu 150'lik konum olarak?
I'm gonna show you. So
Ubud'da
the
mı?
best thing. There's one in Canggu, by the way. Canggu is one of the most, not, I can't say like the whole area is super luxurious, but it's one of the most expensive areas here. So here is the house.
Ne
And
diyorsun?
I forgot,
Çok
yes.
güzel.
The only thing I forgot to mention that most of the time these prices are good for under construction. If you go for the under construction, which is super safe here.
O ne demek? Like
when the construction is starting, or maybe like when it's 50% done, and then you invest this much, and when it's ready, when the project is delivered, you literally have.
So they still didn't start for the project.
You also get the ready ones for this price, but if you go for under construction, you'll definitely get a better house. construction companies who know how they build, the quality of build, the quality of the finishing, and how fast they do it. We would not suggest you something that it's risky, you know. That's the first thing. Second thing, most of those houses that under construction, you don't pay the whole amount straightforward. You don't do that.
Yarısını falan, like
Never
half
do
of
that.
it on which one, like
30%. Start with 30%, and you literally, you're starting with 30%. You're paying for your land, and most probably you can already start have a contract. Like you're owning the land, you paid that much, for example, yeah. And then the construction continues. For example, next 60%, sorry, like 20-30% of the construction is over. You're paying next 30%. So literally, you're paying and you're seeing the result in front of your eyes. It's
So
building along with your amount that you're paying.
cool.
You know?
You said like you are paying for the land. Is this mean that I'm gonna pay for the land plus the house, or
There is something called leasehold and freehold. You must have heard about it. You must know. For example, in Russia or in India most of the time, or in Turkey, when you buy a house, it's you pay for the land itself, you own the land, and you also own the house.
Doğru. Türkiye'de genelde böyle.
In here, it is just like in Dubai. You don't pay for the land, you rent it.
How much is it?
You pay for the house, it depends. So usually the house includes the rent of the land. So basically you don't own the land itself, but you own the house.
Tamam.
So in this case, what we do is, why is this so much cheaper to buy a house here just because you don't own the land? As easy as that.
Maybe I am the house owner and you have the land, and you are coming and telling me, okay, I'm selling my land, goodbye canım, or I'm gonna build my own house, hadi bye bye. So what I'm gonna do?
So there's something called contract.
Doğru. Tamam, mantıklı. Ne bileyim, I don't do this. It's such new for me. Okay. Vallahi ciddi soruyorum, ben bilmiyorum.
So this is something literally based. The whole story of this is based in that contract, and really important when you invest here, have a proper lawyer that you trust. If you don't have one, we suggest. So everything has to be mentioned in that contract. And then most of the time you have an option to extend it. So basically you can have it for like 100 years. Yeah, with the extension. So, but that extension, be very careful that you have to make sure that in the contract you have a priority, like you're the first person before the lease gets over. You're the first person. You have the priority to extend it. Let's jump into an investment part of it. Why is it so profitable to invest here? Is because you buy a house for much cheaper and you rent it out for very expensive.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. As simple as that. So basically it's called ROI, return on investment. In Istanbul, to buy a house and rent it for at least $100, you need to invest at least $600,000.
Yeah.
To get 6% ROI and to get to rent it out for like $100 per day.
But just, you know what, especially if you are buying a house for investment, especially in Istanbul, yes, you buy it very expensive, but at the same time, renting houses are such crazy prices now. For example, in Esenyurt, probably 1+1 houses. Let's have a look ya. Hakikaten çok merak ettim. Kaç paraymış Esenyurt'ta bir tane 1+1? Do you remember?
$500, $600
per month. 1+1. $500 kaç para yapıyor? 520.000 TL. Yes, yes. So can I rent my Bali house in
one day?
Ne diyorsun?
Literally, I'm saying ROI rate yearly, annually, is somewhere around from 10%, very, very starting 10% up to, I'm not afraid to say this word, 45%. You understand?
Çok iyi.
45% is like, it's very rare. Of course, you have to be lucky. You have to be really, really selective and lucky and like be smart to get 45%. But even if it is not 45, 25 is guaranteed. It's
Bir şey
really
diyeceğim ya. Let's be a partner and buy a house then ya. Goodness ya. Çok
of
mantıklı.
course. So what happens? You're investing. You invest, for example, let's say $150,000, and you rent it out. You rent it out. This is 115, and they like if you check this area around this house.
Where is it?
Approximately, it's in Canggu. Approximately,
Canggu da çok pahalı.
Yes. Approximately, this kind of a villa will cost you to rent it daily. Will cost you about $200 to $250 per night.
Per night, evet.
So imagine you're buying this for $100-something. You're waiting until, first of all, it gets delivered. Once it's delivered, you already get your capital appreciation, which is about 20%, 25%. That means like you invest in this building, you invest. Once it's done, it's over, it's delivered, the house is ready, the cost of it is already higher, 20-25% higher. If you even sell it right there after 1 year, you still get your capital appreciation. That's first thing. Second thing, if you rent this out for $200-$250 per night, which is very easy, you get your entire payback, your entire investment literally in like from 3 to 5 years. From 3 to 5 years, you get your investment return, the whole amount, and then you just make it like in 3, 4, 5 years, you make it double, you make it triple, and you can play with it as long as you want.
And
But
they
then,
are just like renting it on behalf of you already.
There
You are
is-
not even care about like
That's
what's
the
happening,
best thing.
cleaning and
that's
stuff.
the best thing. That's the best thing.
Abi çok iyi. Arkadaşlar
it's
hiçbir şey almıyorsunuz. Yani sadece evi almış oluyorsunuz. Sizin için kiracısını buluyorlar. Siz buradayken zaten bedava yaşıyorsunuz. Siz yokken de geceliği işte $200 falan ya aylık bilmem kaç bin dolarını siz hesaplayın. Ve çok yani %45 oranlarda falan kiracı da bulabiliyor. Bu arada let me tell you what, like the last time I was in Canggu, I was like trying to find like some houses which is like, I'm a backpacker, so that's why I was like looking for something cheap options. And then I really couldn't find any.
Yeah, and it's building. They already
Ben
started.
alacağım,
For example, these guys.
You know what? I was actually planning to record this to like advertise people, but
Now
I
you are
am
back for yourself.
interested in.
Welcome, Savior.
Abi 115 hiçbir şey. Sen ne diyorsun? Evet bak anasını satayım. Çok güzel. Ama for sure değil mi yani? After 10 months this house is going to be ready.
If it is not ready, you don't pay for it. You pay by installments.
Abi ne diyor?
You pay by installments.
Ne diyorsun?
There's a contract. There's everything. You have the whole right to own a house here. If someone doesn't just deliver it to you, you just ask for your money back. That's it. You have a contract.
And one more question, like depend on the contracts. I actually don't know the details of the contracts. Like for example, I agreed with the contracts and everything is fine, and I already paid half of the money and the house is ready and stuff. But I got bankruptcy or something or blah blah, and then cannot pay the left.
You
So
sell it.
what's gonna
You sell
happen?
it for cheaper.
Abi çok iyi.
That's
Ben
because you
alacağım.
can sell. You invested like $60,000, let's say, and then it's not finished yet, but you want to sell it. You sell it to someone else for $50,000-$60,000, even like $70,000.
And one more question: can we buy the house like as multiple people, like shared and stuff?
Yes, yeah.
Ahmet abi alıyoruz bu evi, bu evi net alıyoruz. I am seriously thinking before I leave Bali, I may buy them. Gerçekten bak.
So the best thing about here is that there is a season, 365 days in a year. There is a season. There's never like off season, on season. Yes, when there is a raining season, it's less, but still you never like run out of tenants or something. You know, at least even if something happens like pandemic hits or something. Okay, you don't rent it daily, but you rent it yearly. It's still at least 10 to 15% of ROI.
And one more question: if something happens, like for example, earthquake or
No,
I
there's
don't
no
know,
guarantee.
burning or
No
like,
guarantee from the government.
okay,
No.
no insurance. Okay. Or what about like too much raining and stuff? Do they clean it because they are also renting it?
Who they?
Like,
See, there is a. You're an owner. There is a rental management company. It can be an individual, a freelancer. It can be a company, or it can be even a company that tie up with the construction company.
do you also do
bought it
that?
from.
Your company do this?
Our company does that. Yeah. So
yeah.
we like there's a team who does daily rental. There is a team who does monthly rental. There is a team who does yearly rental, and I'm the one who sells. There's
How much
separate teams.
percentage do you ask?
So usually that's what those companies charge about 20 to 25% of your income.
So like 20% is going to be mine.
No. You pay them 20% out of your 100. If you get like $5,000 pure income
Ne diyorsun? Just
in a
like
month,
you are getting 20% of my rent price.
yeah, 20 to 25%.
Ne? Does
That's
this
normal. That's normal price.
does
in
this
Istanbul.
include the cleaning expenses as well? No.
Mostly, I need to clarify that. So let's talk
Okay.
about like maintenance, because not just maintenance, like the expenses, the negative points of it. Of course, there are expenses. Of course, there are taxes. When you the main negative point about this, when you resell it, first of all, reselling is very easy here because there are always customers. There are always people who want to buy a house on budget. So it's not a problem to find a customer to sell it, but there is one negative point that you pay, I think 10% of taxes if you don't hold kitas. Kitas is a local ikamet. Sorry, if you hold kitas. And you pay,
Every year.
No. Once you resell it.
Ama bir şey
It's
değil.
like capital gain tax or something. So when you resell it, so you pay 10% if you hold kitas. Kitas is local ikamet, and you pay 20% if you don't hold kitas. But those 10 and 20% not just from your capital appreciation, from the whole amount.
For example, like if I'm going to pay, like for this house, for example, for 10 days, and like the renting fees, let's say 200, so means $1,000. So you say it's more like smarter, it's logic to buy it instead of renting it. If so, instead of giving like $1,000 to rent this for 10 days per year and stuff, I am buying this house.
But you have to have $200,000.
Yeah, bu da doğru.
It's because like there are a lot of tourists. For example, 50% of these people come here and invest, but 50% of them they don't have money, but they just travel and they can pay $100 per night. You know.
So o zaman iletişim bilgilerini aşağıya bırakıyorum. Will you do any kind of like small discounts for the people who are giving my name maybe? Like maybe good surprises. Hadi sizin için. Just for you. Bak pazarlığı da yapıyorum. O zaman of course.
There is always a room for negotiation. Always.
Perfect. O zaman siz Durin dediğiniz zaman güzel bir indirimi de yardımcı olacaktır. Ayşe benim bir tanem. Her türlü iletişim için, sorularınız için önce lütfen yorumlarda yazın. Ciddi alıcılar düşündüğünde de direkt olarak iletişime de geçebiliriz. Ayşe'ye de aşağıdaki mail adresinden, Instagram adresinden ulaşabilirsiniz. O zaman sevgiler.